Hey everybody, I'm back again. Remember yesterday I told you that God, when I was studying, God um gave me some scriptures, and the scriptures were the second chapter of First Peter, and that's what I'm kind of continuing on today. But the big thing, one of the biggest things that God revealed to me is not only are we the people that he's referring to in Genesis 15:13, we are all we are also, get ready for this, direct descendants of the tribe of Judah, the same lineage of Jesus. And if that's not enough, we're the remnant of God's people that he refers to in Isaiah and other parts of the Bible. So go to Isaiah 11:12. You already go to Genesis 15:13. We already talked about that. Um, but Isaiah 11:12, it says, he will raise a banner for the nations and gather the exiles of Israel. He will assemble the scattered people of Judah from the four quarters of the earth. Okay, so anyway, I want to go back to the scriptures that he told me. He took me to yesterday morning, about 4 o'clock. And that was the second chapter of First Peter. And I'm just going to kind of translate it for you. You can read it yourself, but really it really talks about put away every unclean thing. You know, we're in the holy season, guys. And it's important for you to realize now, this is not a white man's religion. This is actually your religion that people have adopted and made you to think it was their own. But that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother day. But as it relates to you right now, this is you're who God is talking about in Genesis 15:13. So, and I'm just tell you what it really translates to for me, and for you. So it really goes through talking about putting away every unclean thing. That's the very first verse of it. It's just put away everything unclean. And in this holy season, it tells you that put away these unclean things, because the Passover, God is coming. Okay, I told you the coronavirus is the forerunner that's clearing the way for the Passover. It's just like clearing the streets for the Passover, because you don't want to be in the streets when the Passover happens. And that's led me to believe that that's why we know that the coronavirus is going to be at its peak at that time. Don't be in the streets. It's not for you to be in. That coronavirus is not intended to come for you. So stay out the streets and wait for the Passover. Okay? So put away every unclean thing. It talks about it's time for your rebirth. You know you are already saved. Now God is going to take you to a new level in your salvation. He's going to grow you up in it. It also talks about you know me well enough to know that I love you and I consistently always come through for you. Okay, this is God. This is my translation of it. And I think that you'll take it to heart as well. God is saying, I have a 100% track record with you. People have failed you, but I never have. When your back was against the wall and you had nowhere else to turn, I, your God, always saved the day and came through for you. And that takes you back to Psalms 34:19, saying, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him from them all. That's God. That's the one we're talking about here. And then 4 and 5. 4 and 5 of that same second chapter, 1 Peter, is saying, when you go to Jesus, the one that was rejected by humans, but chosen by God, you see yourself in him, because you are also rejected by humans, but chosen and precious to God. And you will also be stones like Jesus. I will use to build a spiritual house, to be a holy priesthood, offering spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. How about that? Listen, God is going to confirm these things I tell you. Because keep in mind, I'm just your neighborhood idiot that I try to have that ear open to God, and I believe this is what he is telling you. Because without God, I'm nothing. Like I said, landfill material. Don't get it twisted, just like you, okay? Not just me. You landfill material too without God. Don't get it twisted. Because what pride precedes the fall, if you don't think so. Okay, anyway, story for another day. All right, so verse 7 says that Jesus is precious to the believer. For those that believe, you want to hold on to God, because it's like, something special, and God got to be special, because he does. In the back of your mind, why God keep answering me. It's like, he always coming through. I'm ratchet. Why I keep coming through? Why? Because it's like Gideon. Okay, we won't even go into the other story. He knew who you were before you knew who you were. You're learning who you are, but he knew ahead of time who you were. That's why he's always come through for you. That's why he's always come through for you. So in the first part of 7, it says that that Jesus is precious to you. Now, but when you take the rest of 7 and 8, now that's something else. It says, for those that don't believe, the one humans rejected, talking about Jesus, by God, and causes people to stumble, and the rock that causes them to fall, they stumble because they disobey God. Because they disobey. So he's just saying the non-believer, the ones who don't really believe in Jesus, they don't believe that rejected one was actually chosen and precious to God. They actually stumble because they disobey. But then the craziest part about 8 says, and I knew it. It says God knew they were going to play that role since the very beginning. There's no surprises to God. See, it's only surprises to us, but God knew they were who they were from the beginning, and they just playing a role. Okay, check that out. I kind of look at it like, I don't know, back, when you look at Genesis, back in Passover, he says, God hardened Pharaoh's heart. I don't know, but I'm not saying that here, but it's like God knew ahead of time who they were going to be. Just like he knew Judah was going to betray him, Jesus, right? So it's just predestined. God knows because he knows the end from the beginning. It's like he starts at the end, then he goes backwards, right? So he knows it all already. Just like in this chapter, he showed me that he put the end before the beginning. So the first part of the second chapter of 1 Peter is actually talking about where we are now. The second part of the second chapter of 1 Peter talks about the first 400 years that we're exiting. God is awesome, y'all. God is awesome. God is awesome. We are a remnant. We are the remnant of God. Then you got to ask yourself, why would they reject Jesus? Why would they reject Jesus if we are direct descendants of the lineage of the tribe of Judah? You got people who are adopters of the faith too. And where do they fit in this? It's just, they're just not the originals, probably. But I'm not fighting that. God is the one that fights all that type of stuff. I'm just telling you what God has revealed to me, and it makes so much sense. And why are you the tribe of Judah? Because you too, Jesus was rejected by humans, but chosen and precious to God. Do you not see yourself in that? That's what he wanted us to see. Do you not see yourself? For the last 400 years, and even in your current day situation, do you see yourself sometimes as being rejected by humans? But you see yourself rejected by humans, right? But God wants you to know that you are precious and chosen by God, just like Jesus. You're not Jesus, but you are in him, because that's who you place your trust in him. So you in him. God gonna confirm all this stuff I'm saying. He really is. He really is. You know what, y'all? And the other thing too, I'm gonna tell you, is I'm going to take a shower one of these mornings before I start doing these videos. I've been quarantined, so hey, the thing is, it's not a scratch and sniff. But anyway, the point I'm making is, I'm gonna make it a goal to take a shower one of these days, okay? And not just jump on video. Anyway, guys, okay, so I got off track for a minute, but guys, I'm gonna tell you, God is fascinating. He is so awesome. He is so awesome. So take a look at the second chapter of 1 Peter, the first, verses 1 through 10, and then also look at Isaiah 11:12. Talking about you. Talking about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Is that not fascinating? Is that not fascinating? God is so awesome. All right, guys. I'm going to see you soon. Hopefully I'll have something else to tell you. God, show me something else. I'm going to be coming back talking. All right? So, see you soon. And stay out of that doggone street. I told y'all about that Forerunner, right? Stay out of that street. Make them people of yours stay out that street too. Okay? All right. See you soon.